Hi, my name is Angelo Gonzalez. I have been a touring musician, a creative humanitarian for 30 plus years, and I am proof that you don't have to make it to make a difference. I have released music projects under the names The Lord's Technique, Texan, The Injured List, and Gallery Cat, which was probably considered the most successful, but not by any real metrics. I take pride in the fact that I have always been a part of cultures and communities, not industry. Here's the thing, I've always made music, which is why I've always made my music free, even before streaming was a thing. But in doing so, I've been able to travel the world with a little bit of radio play in the US, the UK, and Palestine. Ooh. The great thing about it is I've been able to do all of these things and use it to help other bands, other musicians. And the whole thing that I'm helping them with is not necessarily with their careers, but I've been helping people understand their calling. And it's been really cool to be able to help other bands and musicians, I guess, understand their purpose and their calling more than a career. And in doing that, we've been able to do things like build schools, community centers, skate parks, even some churches, which has been really cool. I've been able to stand with the outcasts and the rejects. I've been able to walk with the haves and the have-nots, and it's just to give hope and let people know that they aren't alone. With all of my friends, whether they are in high places or just people who love people, I've always tried to use my connections to help people reach their dreams. I love being a facilitator of dreams, or at least helping people realize their dreams. So know that I will always make music and I will always be community driven. That's something that I get from my parents. In 2004, I joined a nonprofit and went from just being a musician to consulting bands, mentoring artists, consulting venues, churches, and community centers. It was a really cool thing that we got to do. And then from that point on, I was a part of one organization. Fast forward 2021, and I took my first sabbatical about 6 months after my father and role model passed away. And 1 month after we started that sabbatical, we found out we were pregnant. Being that I pretty much toured year round and that my wife was always by my side, we decided that we were gonna take a step down and focus on our community, right? It's been nice and I do like it, but being community driven during a pandemic is really hard. So rewind. So in 2020, one of my friends was posting like these really cool guitar licks online, and I asked if he'd send it to me and let me do something. So I did it. It was really nice. Then I made some more music and I thought this could really be something. And it was like right at that time that my father passed away, and then I just got extremely depressed. So fast forward to some therapy, fasting, meditation, self-discovery as a new father, whatever you want to call it. I realized that the dreams that I wanted to facilitate were my own. But there is this community aspect of my life that doesn't allow me to do stuff for myself. So I have found myself really afraid to invest in myself. So as I started working in other industries, not touring, I realized the things that kept me going or the things that I really enjoyed was just the community aspect of it. I've done a few podcasts with some friends to share my story therapeutically, and all of this has been just to fill that community void, right? So in traveling, I've met some really, really interesting people, and I've never really considered myself one of them because I've always known these like really awesome unicorn of humans, and they all do like amazing things in like music, art, science, even friends that work in waste management. They all have these stories that I feel are like way more interesting than my own, which brings me to today. Today, I am married, I have a son, and I have a dog. They are all absolutely incredible. And my only goal and my only focus is my health. Recently, I found out I have a tumor.
A tumor?
It's not a tumor.
And it is. And it's in a sensitive place, which is probably why my wife and I had a hard time conceiving. We thought we couldn't. I am currently self-employed, and this whole surgery and stuff's putting me out of commission for about a total of 2 to 3 months, which means I need to fundraise. And I am not good at asking for money which means I went back to a project I started before my father passed away in 2020. And I want to preview it here as I tighten up the strategy to actually release it. So if you want, or actually, no, not if you want. How about this? If I've ever done anything to impact your life, your community, band, if you just want to believe in me, if you want to dream with me, it would be more appreciated than you know. Say a prayer, cross the fingers, send a good vibe, subscribe to the channel, share, like it, dislike it, make fun of it, mock it, shame it, support it, stay up to date on what's going on. If you want to make an immediate impact, I'm gonna start a Patreon so you can get exclusive updates on like projects I'm working on, be a part of like the strategy, get a preview of like interviews and content. I've been wanting to do a podcast of tour stories and stuff, so I'm not really sure what's gonna happen. But I just want to see what happens. I've got time to recover, got time to reflect. I'm just trying to stay positive and keep busy. In the meantime, here's a preview of a project I wanted to release in honor of my dad. And because I am community driven, I want you to meet the community behind the project. There is, of course, me and Alexis and Rob.
Hey, now everybody step back. Now let me get a soul clap. One more time for my people in the back. Peace to all my brothers and my sisters in the trap. We just trying to get by, we ain't got it like that. Keep my head high so I never fall flat. Everybody keep moving, we can never look back. Transition smooth, never falling off track. And if forever being rude, then I'm sorry about that. I swear it's all love, I'm trying to give it all back. Paying all my dues like my credits being maxed. One day we gon' eat, I ain't talking about snacks. Still dressed in all black with a heart full of gold. But a soft skin and a voice full of soul. More than you think, much more than you know. It ain't where you at, but where you about to go. Oh! And if you feel alright, put your hands up high, wave them side to side. And it won't be long, said it feels so right that it can't be wrong. And if you feel alright, put your hands up high, wave them side to side. And it won't be long, said it feels so right that it can't
So
be
when
wrong.
you sign up for the Patreon, you'll have first look and listen. After the first 100 people subscribe, I have a special gift that I'm going to send out. Or if you want, you can just throw money at me, honestly. And I promise that I will spend every bit of it. But no, seriously. If you want to help, please. It would be greatly appreciated. There's a lot of stuff that we didn't plan for. Go figure. Anyway, thank you guys. If you have any questions, ask them. All right. Love you guys and peace.